Alright, so previously, the group of you have completed your hunt for the dire snowy owlbear and successfully harvested some good pelt from it. You returned, you returned to Matron Toadtooth's and gave her the talon she had requested, if you had some extra. Very kind of you. And you had two options. One was to return to Elderthorn by way of following the Choral Run after collecting your horses. The other was to head due south to Cobalt Lake and investigate the happenings that were in that space. The bounty that you had acquired from the Iron Fang Monastery at Armskirk was non-specific. Turns out that the happenings was an exceedingly unprecedented level of growth that was beginning to overtake the farms some of the farms here that do support Elderthorn. And it wasn't that pressing of a matter, but upon your arrival, you learned that the seriousness of this endeavor has actually been ramped up a little bit. There's a number of farmhands from specifically the Garrett farms that have gone missing. You set your investigation. You set your investigation on the western fields, and when you tried to chop into one of the trees that had sort of sprung up in the middle of what would have been a farmer's field months ago, uh, the group of you were assailed by a group of woodwoads. These creatures look like moving trees with arms and legs and club-like, one club-like hand and another hand that ends in a ball of roots that was functioning like a shield. Um, the group of you were able to dispatch the woodwoods that attacked, although one of them did escape and you were unable to track it. You got a heading and a direction, but nothing else. Uh, Trying to run down that individual. Um, Hopefully, it's not getting allies or getting reinforcements. Uh, you followed, quick afoot. Dunnan, you set the bloody pup back towards the farmhouse to collect Willem. Uh, you're not sure when he will arrive, but the bloody pup is going to fetch Willem and bring Willem to catch up with you. You're confident the pup can follow your trail, um, especially because it knows where you are, I think, mentally, when it gets close. And as you sort of push past what would have been the border of the original farmland and into the more wildy parts of this area around Cobalt Lake, you're further away from the lake at this point. You found a small tributary stream running through a glen. As the sun was going down, the light here seemed not to change. It was a perpetual golden sunset within this glade itself. In the center of the stream was an island of rock and earth with a shrine upon it. And we're very clearly offerings to the kami upon the shrine. And gathered around the base of the shrine, mixed in with the different roots and whatnot that are on the center of this island, you saw three bodies. You approached, investigated the bodies, to investigate the bodies. You did see that they were alive, thanks to Aeolus's sharp vision. It does seem to be the missing farmhands. But before you could touch one of them, before you could confirm what was affecting them, why they were just laying here, the bodies were shifted and dragged into a massive, shambling beast made of vines and earth and rock and wood. And this beast is what you are now entangled in battle with. Let me move you guys to the map. It is the Wildland Shambler's turn, and the group of you have recognized this thing has the ability to sort of shift the bodies that it has contained within itself, such as to use them as effectively shields. All right, everyone on the new map.
Yep.
Perfect. All right.
Yes.
Let me just pull up Siegfried's sheet because I'll need that. All right. Background. There we go. All right. So the Shambler is currently fairy fired, thanks to the group of you. It does not hurt its attacks. None of you are currently grappled. It's a new round for it. So it is going to start with a Vine Whip attack on Aeolus. Aeolus, that is a 20 to hit you.
That hits.
9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you would be pulled closer, but you're already as close as you can be to the creature. And then it is going to hit you with a slam attack. Does a 19 also hit you?
Yes.
Okay. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled, and your form is dragged inside of the creature.
Nice.
Great.
Lovely.
So the group, the rest of you just turn and see Aeolus get sort of this vine coil around him for a moment, and then the whole form of this thing slams into him and just engulfs him. While engulfed, you are blinded and restrained.
Can I use my reaction to attack it because it attacked Aeolus?
Yeah, Sentinel, right?
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. I will. Is it with advantage because you're flanking or? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say
He's absorbed.
No, I would say definitely yes, because you got it on the first. You could technically get it on the first vine attack, so you're good.
Okay.
Wait, you can. I did not know you could use Sentinel in that way.
Yeah, it's not an opportunity attack. It's a special rule for the attack, but yeah, definitely works.
Yeah, it's the last one. I only read the first one, where if it and it runs away from you.
I think a 25 hits.
Oh yeah, definitely. I get my volume in a good spot. Okay, 25.
16 points.
16 points. Solid damage. And at the start of its turn, the elven woman's body did sort of shift back inside the creature somewhere. D6. Okay. And that will be its turn. It's going to shift to here. Hellerast, if you'd like to make an opportunity attack, and Siegfried has the opportunity to do so one as well.
Okay.
It's with a weapon.
Gonna go ahead and can I use Spellfire Shortbow?
No, it's a weapon attack specifically.
A weapon attack specifically. Okay.
Siegfried misses.
I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get
Melee
a
weapon.
hand axe in there,
Sure, go for it.
since it's a plant and that won't dig too deep and hit anybody.
That'll be a 17, and you are blessed at the moment, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. So yeah, 20 hits. That'll be 8 points of slashing damage. Very good.
Nice.
Alrighty. I'm going to reroll for Siegfried, because it is fairy fired, so he actually has advantage. Nope. Can't change the past. Alright, and that'll then bring us to Hellerast.
Okay. Just gonna go ahead and drop the hand axe and pick up the Spellfire Shortbow. And aim. Let's see what. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do it at second level.
Second level, so it'd be 4, so it's actually 5 darts. So 15 points of damage to the creature.
Okay.
Unerringly.
unerringly, and then Corin will go in, and I'm going to assume that she can probably tell what is Shambler and what is not, and we'll go ahead and have her at least take a crack at it, but no.
Aeolus, I'm putting your token in the top left of the screen.
Yep.
So. All right. 14, not enough, unfortunately.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And then she's going to go ahead and move. Let's see. 1, 2. Going to go ahead and go here so that if Siegfried takes another step forward, that it can be flanked.
Okay. You need to be a little bit further. You want to get to like there.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, and you have enough movement to do so. Quickly dart up, dodge around the shrine real quick, and get in position. All right. You said you dropped your hand axe. You have one hand axe on the bridge. I think you have a second though. Brings us around to Aeolus. Aeolus, you are blinded, restrained. You are not suffocating, of note. You have the option here. Are you going to struggle against this creature, or are you just going to stop struggling?
If I am unable to locate any of the farmhands,
You have
I'm
no
gonna-
idea where anyone is in here. You know you just got like absorbed by this thing. It just sort of stuck onto you, and it sort of sunk into it like the murkiest bog you've ever sort of seen. And it feels like you're moving through molasses with a stick poking you every now and then.
then I'm going to stop struggling.
Okay. In that case, you do not take any damage. That brings us to Dunnan.
Oh boy. Oh. He's gonna move up and shout, Yolas, you're in there? Oh man. And he's gonna hack away. He's trying to get them out.
Yeah, go for it. Swing with the basher. Question.
Is it still verified? Yes.
Yeah, still verified. You got advantage. Yeah, yeah, because I believe.
Yes. That's a secret.
Yeah, I think Siegfried's
What, Hella Rest?
concentrating on Fairy Fire. It's Hella Rest.
Yeah.
16.
16. Just misses. Are you blessed though?
No.
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 I can use my channel divinity, which I will do.
Yeah, go for it. It's plus 10, right?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
I'll take this down as fast as I can.
All right. 26 definitely hits. All right. It's 11, 12, 13. Anything extra?
Yep. Second.
All right. 13 points of damage on the first strike. Second one. 26 again. 12 more
nice.
points on there. All right.
And bonus action, the spiritual weapon.
All right, moving the spiritual
That's
weapon. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Spiritual weapon attack. 15 is not enough.
Yeah.
Would have been good damage too.
Just be nice damage.
Yeah, 11 points. All right, that brings us to Siegfried. So just for my own edification, who is currently blessed at this moment?
Everyone but
And Corin.
Everyone but
Just secret, Hella Rest,
and
Aeolus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got it. And what is Siegfried? Siegfried's concentrating on something. What is he concentrating on?
I think it was detect magic.
You're right. It is detect magic. Yeah, he popped one. Yeah, you are correct. Thank you. Okay. And did he take one of his forms? Never mind. He doesn't have any wild shapes left. I think he's in dragon form right now.
think so. Aussie had a bit of time left on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, we're going to say he's in dragon form, so he doesn't have that. He is going to... He's still at range right now. He has advantage, so he's going to burn one of his star map guiding bolts, which is just base level. With advantage. Hold on. 17 just hits for the 16 points of radiant.
Nice.
It's glowing. It's already glowing with his fairy fire, but okay. I'll move his sheet to advantage, and then bonus action. You all are in halfway decent shape. Yeah, he doesn't really need to throw a healing word out, so he's gonna sandbag him. He's actually gonna take a more ranged position. With the fairy fire up, the flanking is less prevalent, so he's going to play some range, just to be sure. Because he's got a lot of ranged options. It does mean he moves out of the reach of the creature, but a 15 does not hit him. That was a bad roll. And that moves us to the Shambler's legendary actions. It will revitalize. So the group of you watches sort of the mushrooms that unleashed these like little particles all throughout the area. Suck in a little bit of energy here and there. And that's the entire legendary action. Brings us to the Shambler. Alright. So it's not going to do a multi-attack this round. It's going to start by the mushrooms now expelling spores. Aeolus, you're first. How many hit points do you have?
I have 12.
12, okay. So, because you are inside of the creature, it only needs half as much to affect you with the spores. So, 6 points off, and you are now unconscious until you take damage or someone uses an action to slap you awake. And then I have 19 points remaining. Do either of the two of you have 19 hit points?
No.
Damn it. Okay. I rolled really, really poorly. I got 2 1s and 3 2s.
Too bad for you.
Yeah.
Aeolus, the only one that is at 6th level that can still be hit by a sleep spell.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different dice total. Like, it's 10d4. But, like, 25 points on 10d4 is not great.
No.
That's like more than half my hit points, though.
Yeah. So, the rest of you are not affected. Aeolus, you are now actually asleep. It's then going to use its bonus action, because it used its action to do the spores. Its bonus action is going to be the twisting variable defense. And now, the two of you see Aeolus's unmoving body now taking the place of armor that the elf's body once was. Now we come to Hellerast.
Okay. Hellerast is going to conjure, let's see, as many beavers as possible with conjure animals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast it at level 3.
Okay. Conjure animals. So beavers.
Beavers.
Alright. A beaver.
Wait, is there a stat block for beavers?
There is not.
I'm going to say they're probably a challenge rating of 1/4.
I would agree with that. It's a fucking beaver.
But beavers can chew through all sorts of woody, planty things without disturbing anything else. So Corin is going to concentrate on them, and they're just going to start attacking each little piece of this woodland shambler's
Alright.
existence.
Let me find a stat block to use for this.
Squirrel would be fine, probably.
A boar. A boar will work.
Okay.
Boar. And then conjure animals, CR 1/4. I believe you get 8 of them, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I found a home
Get some flashbacks.
for a beaver. Wow. D&D Beyond, they think of
3,
everything.
4, 5, 6, 7. What'd you find?
A homebrew stat block for a beaver.
I think that's a different creature. That's the red light district creature.
Oh, God.
All right. Hellerast.
That's why I can hold its breath.
Hellerast. You were previously concentrating on Fairy Fire, so that means Fairy Fire goes down.
No, Corin is concentrating on
Corin's concentrating. Okay. Mark concentration on Corin then.
Anytime I do conjure animals, they're Corin's.
Okay,
problem.
so she's got the beavers.
She's got the beavers.
Okay. Alright. So now Corin is concentrating as well. Alright, perfect. I'm just gonna add beavers to the initiative.
Nice.
And we'll put them right after you.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Now the beavers. Just oh man, and they're all at an advantage. Slash roll D20. This is the first 4 of their attacks. Every 2 is a single one. And you said their goal, are they trying to hurt the thing, or are they trying to get people out of it?
They're just trying to dismantle the thing.
Okay.
But they're smart enough to be able to know when something is not the thing. Like it's a person. They're not going to bite a person. They're just going to bite the plant matter.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, that's not a log, that's an arm.
Alright. So I'll give the beavers a +2, okay? So
Okay.
with the bodies inside, it's got a little bit of a bonus to the armor class, but they're not going to actually hurt the people.
No.
So you're looking for 17s here. Every 2 is a single beaver.
Okay.
So we got 3 hits so far.
Okay.
And then 3 hits total.
Okay.
The first, 2 hits because the first one actually rolled double 18s.
Okay, great.
They were in succession. So go ahead and roll me, say a 2d6 plus 2, 1 for each of them, for the damage. It seems like a fair beaver damage.
+1. Okay.
Well, plus 2, 1 for each of them. So, so it's
Okay.
9 points of damage. Each one is d6 plus 1. So,
Yeah.
9 points. All right, they're working on it. This thing is now being assailed by beavers. All right. That brings us to Aeolus, who is sleeping. At the end of Aeolus's turn, it's being attacked by beavers. The group of you see it spend its legendary actions, and it's going to revitalize its somniferous spores as we come around to Dun.
Can Dun see Aeolus?
Never had.
Yeah, you can see Aeolus. His body is now being used as armor.
Okay. And he's out, I see.
Yeah, he's got like his elbow, half of his back. You can see like part of his ear, maybe like an ankle and a foot.
So, seeing that, Dun will shout, "What are you doing, Aeolus? Are you sleeping?" And he will send over the mug and will clump in on his head, but just doing 1 damage. The clock.
You're sending the spiritual weapon to hit Aeolus.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
To do minimum damage.
You're gonna do spiritual weapon damage in that case. It's magical. It's force damage.
Okay.
If you want to just if you want to punch him, you can punch him, and then you'll do your strength modifier damage.
Nah.
Jesus, still 6. Then he's
Spiritual weapon.
dead.
Your strength modifier is not 6.
No, but 5.
No. Spiritual weapon it. Yeah. Smack me in the elbow and a mug.
You heard it, so I'm
Alright,
gonna
go
do
for
it.
it. Yeah, send it. Bonus action. Yeah, benefit of it's a bonus action.
And max damage. Huh?
You did roll max damage. Ellis, 12 points to you. You are conscious, still trapped, but you're awake.
Woohoo!
How many hit points do you have?
Stop sleeping.
I'm unconscious.
Oh! You had exactly 12.
Boy. Oh,
Yep.
man.
God.
God damn it.
So you see, like, the body recoil for a moment from the pain and then go limp again.
Oh. God damn it. I have to do everything myself.
If,
And he's gonna
if
go
this
for
is
the
how Aeolus goes out, this is perfect.
killed by a mug.
The perfect Batman story. Death by mugging.
So,
You attacking the
it's
plant?
just regular. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm flanking with the beavers.
It's fairy fired still. You have advantage.
It's so very fair. Okay, so very well.
Halaras consistently throws me off with the double concentration. 20.
Each
That
your own
is
class.
17, 19. I know, but no, it's a very unique thing.
So
Yeah. Alright, 19 points. Awesome.
He's bashing at it.
Ooh, nice. 7, 9, 10 points. Anything extra on them?
Let's dump in 1 smite.
Alright.
Level 1.
Level 1.
So
This
2,
creature is not a Fey Fiend or Undead.
so 2d8. Another
That's some
8.
good damage. Yeah, extra 8 points. Alrighty.
Give me back, Aeolus.
That'll pop us around
I have to heal myself.
Siegfried. Who... Siegfried is going to start with a perception check. To see if he recognizes... Okay. So Siegfried knows what's about to happen. So, he's going to hold his action to cast Healing Word at Aeolus. After this thing most likely uses its Spores ability. Siegfried just saw this thing regenerate that ability. It's the second time he's seen this, and he knows it's being surrounded by creatures. And Siegfried is not unintelligent. But that's Siegfried's whole turn, because he needs an action to hold that. The Shambler's turn, which is using its bonus action for Somniferous Spores. Alright. Oh my god, I rolled so badly. Halarast, roll 2d8 for me, please.
I think she said be right back.
Oh.
Ah,
oh no, I'm back.
Alright.
okay.
Second and the third beavers fall asleep. It rolled enough to just make them fall asleep and nothing. Like, it could in theory deal with a lot of them at once. I'm using the boar's actual hit points for this one. But no good. Okay. That triggers Siegfried's held action. Healing Word. As... Come on. 6. Alright, so, Aeolus, you're conscious again with 6 hit points. The Shambler's actual action will be 2 Vine Whip attacks. One at Dunnan, and one at Halarast. Dunnan, 13 to hit you. Wow, bad roll.
No.
Alright,
No.
Halarast, 19 to hit you.
Yep.
You take 9 points of damage. I need a Constitution save for Fairy Fire concentration.
And reaction, I attack it.
Yes, you do. Halarast, you're fine.
And what points was that? 8?
9 points to you. And then, 20 definitely hits. 15, 20 points of damage. Jeez. This thing is, like, parts of it are just sloughing off. It's looking bad at this point. Parts of the bodies that are now being like sort of engulfed in it are starting to show through here and there. You catch like a flash of hair, a hand, a foot, and then before it's like sort of hidden back again in the mess. But at any point now, you always see about like maybe a fraction of something. And at the end of its turn, the variable defense that it used last turn to use Aeolus as a shield expires, and Aeolus gets sucked back into the creature.
Here we go.
But you're conscious. Elrest, around to you.
Okay, well, Helaras was going to cast Cure Wounds on him because she felt like she could touch him, but now that he's gone,
Yep.
she's just going to Spellfire Short Bow again.
Point blank range, go for it.
Point blank.
Hey, was that first level?
Yeah.
Alright, 16 points. Solid roll. Alright. I always like to get the 3s and 4s on a magic missile. Anything with your bonus, Helaras?
Corin
No, go for it. Corin attacks.
can do her own attack.
Corin has advantage. See if she crits.
Okay.
Fairy fire.
Crit.
Nope, not a crit. 9 points of force damage.
Okay.
Alright. And then beavers. Roll 40. So 2 that were asleep now. So we need 6, the 20. So this is the first 3. None of which hit. Actually, no, the 15 does, because it doesn't have the variable defense up right now. And they have a +2. So 15 just hits, pardon me. And then the second one, the second group.
Nice.
Both 19s on the same creature, same one. But so the 19, 15, and 18 hit. So we have 3 more hits, so 4 total. So roll me 4d6 plus 4.
Did yours now get healed?
Aeolus is healed, yeah. But he's now inside
Okay.
the creature.
No.
But the variable defense gives it a bonus to its armor class. Jeez, look at that damage. 26 points.
The beavers are figuring it out.
Yeah, they're just throwing like sticks and chunks of dirt into the stream behind you.
You're building a dam downset.
It's a mess. Aeolus, you are conscious. Do you choose to struggle?
I am going to try something.
Okay, what is it that
Oh,
you would like
boy.
to try?
Oh boy.
So this is your ruling on it, cause it doesn't state that you lose your Crimson Right when you go unconscious.
Okay.
So Aeolus wants to activate his Crimson Right on his hunting knife, and knowing that it is at disadvantage, he is going to try to hurt the creature from inside.
Nice.
Okay. I would constitute that as struggling.
Yes.
So
would I have to activate my Crimson Right again?
no, but you do need to make a strength saving throw.
Let's go.
Make a big roll. You do not take the 2d8 plus 5 bludgeoning damage that you would have if you failed. You can actually attack it now. You are still blinded and restrained. You still have disadvantage. Your right is still active.
Alright. So it's just straight rolls?
Yeah, so it's fairy fire. Yeah, so straight roll. Yeah. Both hit. 8 and 7, 15 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Being smacked in the elbow, feeling that like funny bone pain, and then waking up just a few seconds later and being sucked back into the beast, Aeolus is just going to harness his natural lightning, plus his Crimson Right through his body, and is just going to use his entire body as a weapon, just thrashing about.
Oh, I like it. As you just sort of twist and try to stab in any direction that you possibly can, just moving around in this thing, you find over seconds. Each second feels like an eternity. You gain inches and more movement and more, and you know you have your eyes closed because otherwise there'd be muck and dirt all inside of them. So you have your eyes closed. The rest of you see about 3 seconds of like thrashing and cutting and whatnot, and then the creature's form just falls apart. And then about another 3 seconds of Aeolus just still slashing and cutting stuff on the ground. But he is now free, long before he realizes to open his eyes. And that is going to take the group of you out of initiative. You do see the other forms here as well. Slowly coming to. You see the human, the half-orc, Bramble, sort of yawning, scratching his chin a little bit. You see the elf, Willow, who's just sits bolt upright, looks around like she just had a nightmare. And Flint, the dwarf, just sort of roll over, grab like a root, and like start snuggling it like a teddy bear. Looks like he wants some more sleep. But they're all present.
Time to wake up.
5 more minutes.
I kick him in the back.
Wow!
Get up now.
It's my sciatic. God. Alright.
We're close to being eaten by some creature.
I was napping.
From our point of view. What about you, Aeolus? Did you have a nap as well?
My elbow.
Helly'd like to cast Cure Wounds on Aeolus. Yeah, we'll do. He's looking really bad. Gonna do it at level 3.
Ooh, nice.
Aw, thanks.
Siegfried can also drop a level 3 for him. 17. No.
Is that for him or me?
For you.
For you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm almost full, guys.
The point.
Who of those three seems like he's more in charge?
Of Bramble, Willow,
Half-orc?
and Flint? Not sure.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
just sort of come into. You see, Bramble sort of helps Willow stand up.
Yeah. I'll
And
go
then-
over to.
Sort of shakes Flint by grabbing his collar. Come on, wake up. We're not where we
I'll
were.
go over to Bramble and ask him, "What's the last thing you remember? What happened here
We cutting.
with you?"
We were cutting the west field. Fight back some of the growth. That was it. I hit my head on something. I think. Sort of reaches back. Ooh, lump.
You think something hit you around the head?
Maybe from behind.
Did any of you cut into one of the trees?
Yes, we cut the roots, we cut the trees, we cut the bushes.
Yes. There you go.
We push the stuff away off the fields. We burn the stuff that we don't want to move. We need the field to plant. And Willow chimes in. Oh yeah, the last thing I remember was we were putting down some seeds in the cleared off area. We had the fire going, and that was it.
Well, I guess something disliked that you were cutting trees and roots. That's why you ended up here. You were sent by your employers to free you. You were gone missing.
Oh, the Garrets did this first. Oh, that's mighty fine of them. That's mighty fine of them.
Well, we should start to head back.
Anybody of you hurt? Need any healing? Any first aid?
A bump on the head. Bramble chimes in. Hurts.
Well,
Flint
there is
is-
also for that.
Flint's brain is damaged too.
I don't think there's nothing we can do about that.
My brain's not damaged, you filthy half-breed.
Seems you look fine. Let's venture back.
We follow. Yeah, we'll follow
And
you.
don't hit any trees.
Got
As
Are the beavers still here?
it. The beavers went
Like-
upstream. They faded
Okay.
away. Got it, Hellrest.
Aeolus would like to take a moment at the shrine.
Okay.
First, does it look corrupted in any way, or was this creature just a force from the forest?
Make me a... corrupted, make me a religion check. It doesn't appear corrupted, in what you would constitute in any way. The things that come to mind when you think of corruption is, the area where you found the Wendigo, the Pinwood, the, catacombs where you fought the aspect of Ivulkest. This
Yeah.
doesn't seem to resonate with any of those elements, at the very least. Beyond that, you're not sure, though.
Alright. That was the one thing I was worried about.
Yeah. It seems to just be a space of religious reverence. It's a small shrine what is a protected grove, and it's a place to leave offerings for the kami. That's all it seems.
Okie doke. So before the group leaves, Aeolus, after he's done making sure that the kami haven't been harmed, he's going to place down his usual 2 silver pieces. And then as he fiddles with the kami bracelet, he's just going to quietly ask that the kami try to not, or if the kami could stop encroaching upon the farmland, if it is them. That 3 lives were almost lost in what could have been a horribly miscued incident. And then he stands back up and will walk with the rest of the group.
Okay. 3 of you can make a perception check, so I'll grab yours, Hellrest. As you trek your way back towards Garrett Farms. Hellrest gets a 7. And 1 from you, please, as well done.
A perception check?
Yes, please.
Yes. 1 sec.
Nice.
Ta-da.
So, Helleras is sort of leading the way at this point, so she doesn't notice. But the two of you, overhear the farmhands behind the group of you, as they're sort of following in tow, stepping where you step, all that. Speaking about different dreams they were having while inside of this creature. All of it sounds remarkably pleasant. The elf woman was dreaming about things best left unsaid. The half-orc was dreaming about opening his own bakery and having a full staff and lots of visitors and plenty of business. And the dwarf was dreaming about having his own farm at some point and gardening on his spare time. It's a remarkably wholesome series of dreams, apparently, that these individuals are having. But presently, about an hour's time, sort of hiking through the wilderness and the farmland part of the wilderness, you find your way back to the edge where you had initially sort of chopped into the wood of one of the trees, and the wood woads had attacked you at that point. So you're at the edge of the cultivated / wild field at this point.
Before we head back to the farm, I will turn to and say, let me try something out, just to be sure. And he will take the passion bash against the wood, or the tree where the first wood.
Is Dunnan's voice
Creature
going really
came
quick
out.
for anybody else?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think your
All right,
Discord's
let me switch to my
acting
phone.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll switch back to my phone. 1 second.
I was like, holy shit, I can't talk that fast.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
Is it better now?
Yeah, significantly.
Okay.
I don't know what was going on. Like it was like lagging and then pushing your voice all together on the second half of it.
I don't know. Something's wrong with my Wi-Fi lately.
Gotcha.
I just said, before we head back to the farm, then we'll turn around to the house and we will say, before we head back, let me just try something out. And he will use the bash and bash against the tree where the first wood creature attacked us. If something happens.
There's like a dull thud sort of echoes. The tree sort of shifts a little bit. A few leaves shake loose. Nothing else happens.
Well, alright. Better safe than sorry. Alright, we're good.
I don't think. Now, I may sound crazy with this, but I don't think the kami or the forest meant any harm. It's just trying to reclaim what home it had.
From my understanding, the Westfield was always there, right? And I look over to the farmhands. Or did you try to populate it this season?
Bramble, who's in the lead of the group, Willow and Flint are currently sort of talking back and forth about their dreams. But Bramble answers you. Says, no, Field's been there, many years. I didn't, help them clear originally. I think it was John's grandfather cleared Field. And been used since then.
Every year.
Left to Pharaoh every few years, re-energized the soils, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
See?
it's perhaps the kami may be running away from something.
Or maybe it felt threatened.
Yeah.
No.
So perhaps when we go back, and speak to the carrots. Maybe if they don't already show a little bit of
Guilt?
no of respect and
Mm.
and playfulness with the kami, maybe the overgrowth won't spread any further.
It is night at this point. When you left the glade, it was already night. And the night is dragging on at this point. The moon has risen.
Mm.
By the time you catch sight of the Garrett's farmhouse again, a few lanterns around the porch. I will say Willem has sort of ended up meeting you halfway with the travel that he needed, but wasn't close enough to try to lend aid in that last scuffle. But the group you reach the Garrett's farmhouse. Willow, the elven woman, goes up, sort of knocks on her. Oh hey, Miss Emma. We're all okay. They took care of us, real good. We're gonna head back to the workhouse though, get some rest. We're having some real pleasant dreams. But
Didn't you
we'll see
sleep
in the morning.
already enough?
But it's nighttime.
Whatever.
Bramble, Willow, and Flint depart. As Miss Emma and her husband John, the halfling and human, John's the human, respectively, come back out. You see, John has sort of changed his dirty work clothes for a more comfortable set of evening wear. Not dressy, but just comfortable clothes that aren't covered in dirt and from work. And he's taken off the sunbrimmed hat to a rather thinning top to his hair. So, hello. You got them back. That's fantastic. They didn't even seem to be injured.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, how to describe that? Let's just briefly say they were kidnapped by some wood creatures and were dragged to a shrine and then were absorbed by an even bigger wooden creature, and where they had pleasant dreams. I guess that sums it up. The reason for it, we don't know. But they were unharmed when we found them.
Has the Iron Fang ever seen anything like this? It looks at you, Aeolus.
Well, I know what Aeolus would say. He just looks at him and...
Group, you represented yourselves as the Iron Fang, not as anyone from
Yeah.
Elderthorn when you approached.
Yep. Well, they seem to be creatures of the kami, born from the roots and the trees and earth itself.
So why are they... I mean, they've never sort of attacked? And his wife, Emma. They've never attacked our fields before. And the Kami have never encroached upon us. We haven't taken more land than we've ever used previously.
To the best of our knowledge at the moment,
We give offerings. Pay respects.
it's possible that the kami may be running away from something. Maybe they felt threatened. but we will have to do more investigating on that part, because this isn't the only weird thing that has been happening. We'll have to see if it's all intertwined.
I mean,
Alright. So
we can stay here and explain, but we are really tired. It's late in the night, and
if you have
I just chopped a lot of firewood.
if you all need a place, there's a space behind the house to set up your provisions if you'd like. Your horses are stable and taken care of, don't worry.
I appreciate some food and some ale.
Food we can do.
Crap.
No, John goes back inside and picks you all some bowls.
We have plenty of ale. And technically we have plenty of food too.
Yes. But we just did their job, so...
Which we will be paid by the Iron Fang when we get back.
Yes.
I
Still,
sent money
some
along
home
with the
cooking would be
original
nice.
request.
Aeolus will
I'm
will
sorry.
take out.
I don't mean to interject. Can we clear our field now?
You should be able to.
Okay. Good. We'll get.
And if
Ramble-
something happens again, you call upon us. Again. Alright?
Certainly. You've all been real helpful. We appreciate it. Oh yeah, we really do. John comes out. He's holding a small tray of clay bowls. Each one's a bit between the difference of like a proper soup bowl and like a mug. So it's got about a little bit smaller than a portion size of a pretty hearty feeling stew.
Well, thank you for this. And if we don't speak and before we leave, if you do have any further trouble, instead of sending word up to Armskirk, you can send word over to Elderthorn and ask for Tunin and the Bloody Mad Dogs.
Bloody Mad Dogs. Okay. So he has a like a
Best
quizzical
band
look on
of
his face.
mercenaries you will ever find.
Not really one for mercenaries myself, but Iron Fang's done right by us, so I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
Let me properly introduce myself. I am Aeolus of the Blackburn Watch.
I thought you were of the Iron Fang.
I am.
You came. Okay.
I'm.
He's like his face went from like confusion at your recommendation to hire mercenaries instead of your own order, to just it's just gotten more and more confused as you go, all the way to this point.
Yep. Aeolus will bow his head and will head behind the house.
Well, the key point is we fixed your issue, so...
Okay. Thank you. We'll probably be up before you. Just leave the bowls on the porch. We'll take care of them. Once again, thank you. Your boy
No worries.
there gestures at Willem. Knows where all the horses and their supplies are in the barn.
We'll be out of your hair in the morning. Thank you very much.
Offers a handshake. Thank you.
Our boy, like he's our page or something.
Yeah. That's how you guys treated him as he showed up.
I mean, he's not wrong.
You treated him like a squire.
Oh, I think we humped down.
Yeah, a group
for
of
the
you
night.
get a comfortable rest. Slowly recuperating, set up. Willem does some additional cooking because the stew was, while good, not as filling as you were hoping. Seems like he might have taken what might have been like 3 portions and turned it into 5. So it's a bit
It
thin.
was stretched.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That's owlbear meat into it.
Gonna proper it up a little bit. And as the group of you retire for the evening, you also hit a milestone.
Yes.
Ooh,
Last milestone was. Let me pull up.
A feat.
I believe it was a feat. So I think this is a level up.
Sweet.
Right. Oh my god, my roll 20 is bugging. Milestones.
the last one may have been a level up. I may be wrong though.
No, I took Sentinel the last.
Yeah. Yeah, because
So-
you had milestones at. Yeah, because you took Initiate Cleric, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a level up.
Oh, that was after I hit level. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep, level up. All right. Which of you wants to roll for hit points?
I do.
Go for it. Level Paladin.
Yes.
D10. 7.
Nice.
Slightly better than average. All right. Airless, you want to roll? Get another 2?
You know what?
Go
Why
for
not?
it.
Go for it. Blood Hunter.
Yeah, because we haven't hit anywhere where he would multi-class yet.
Okay, go for it. Hey, that's a good roll. 8.
Yeah.
Start solving your problem. Helleras, do you have a D12 as your hit dice? You want to roll or going average?
Average.
All right. D12 average is a 7. Are you back on the computer or no? You want me to update?
For a minute, yeah.
Okay. So you're going from 75 to 82 to 87.
87.
Jesus.
Jeez, I got a new aura. Cool.
Yeah. So. And make sure to adjust your max hit point in like the flaws or ideals section wherever you're tracking on your sheets also, just in case the tokens bug out.
Got it.
I'm gonna ping Tavern for Siegfried and Willem.
Ooh.
I get a new right.
Almost,
Yay.
Leveling up to 7.
I get 11 hit points.
Alrighty. And that gives, I believe, 4th level spells to Hellerast and Willem and Siegfried.
5 cantrips. Yep. 4th level.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen.
Pardon?
For my brand new Crimson Right. Okay. Odds will be flame, even will be frozen. Frozen.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so level 7 for you, Hellerast, is nothing but a spell. You do
Right.
you do get a 5th cantrip though.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
pick up a little bit extra utility there. So your cantrip list: control flames, create bonfire, druidcraft, guidance, light, molder, earth, rare frost, resistance, sapping sting, shock and grasp, spare the dying, and vicious mockery.
Yeah, I'll look them all up.
Sounds good. What do you? I think you have 5 on there right now. So-
Yeah, but I haven't been able to figure out how to get rid of thaumaturgy, which
Oh.
I've never wanted, and I don't know how it got there, so I'm just gonna
So
replace it.
if you click on the little lock button in the cantrip
Uh-huh.
section, it'll
Uh-huh.
make the little red trash can next to it. You make sure to highlight
Oh, okay.
thaumaturgy and then click the lock
Perfect.
button again.
Okay, got it.
And then the other ones are if you want to reorder them and like put misfortune up top or spare the dying up top or whatever.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
all right, there we go. So yeah, you get a 5th and a 4th level spell. So
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
think
gonna
on
have to.
think on that one. Yeah, you have
Think on
some bangers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
right.
see that.
I know which spell Willem's getting on 4th. Aeolus, you need any help with anything?
I do not.
All right. Pull up Willem's sheet. That's the old playtest. Jeez. All right. Dunnan, do you need any assistance with adding spells or anything like that?
Nope. I'm good.
All right. Awesome.
Not much happening.
So we can go ahead and move to the next day. Whatever the group of you are feeling.
Heading to Elderthorn?
Oh, I think that would be the discussion over breakfast.
Yeah.
So
To-
we got still a lot of time left for turning in our contracts. We are now at day 15 of our traveling. So we still got 25 days left.
So, if we stop back at Elderthorn, we can drop off most of the owlbear meat, so we're not traveling with it.
I mean, do you expect that Storm Surge has any news or any new, I don't know, orders for you?
I mean, it's possible. I also left a weapon with Mr. Hellpit.
I do not hope that the orders that Storm Surge gives you contradicts our agreement with the Iron Fangs. You know, we have to bring back the pet.
Well, I will let him know that we have something to take care of up in Armskirk, and if it's something we can tackle either on the way or on the way back that won't take us out of the timeline, it can be done. If not, we'll figure it out. We always do.
Alright. I'll turn back to Ellison, I think.
All right. The travel to Elderthorn is safe, by most of the standards that you're used to at this point. You're going through what is separated but established farmland that helps support the Taltha. Pardon me, the Talth of Elderthorn. As such, there's not really brigands or bandits or dangers along the roads. So the group of you arrive in Elderthorn. Let me pull up the map real quick. With your horses, you get 4 hexes a day from where you were. 1, 2, 3. At about dusk, because you do have to go around Cobalt Lake based on where the Garrett farm is located, but you do safely arrive back in Elderthorn. What would you like to do in Elderthorn?
Going right to the keep, Aeolus? I mean, we have been gone for some while now.
Yeah.
You want to meet us at the Fader Gate Inn?
Yeah,
Because it's Blackburn business.
because after I check in with the Blackburn, I'm gonna see if the house is how that process is.
Alright. Well, I could do with some food from Pukas. Not to disregard your cooking, Willem, but Pukas is still on another level. And I look over to Willem. But you're getting better.
And I'll head over to Blackburn.
Alright, that sounds good. Helarast, are you traveling with Aeolus, or is Aeolus going solo and the rest of you are going to Bukas?
I'll just go to Bukas.
Alright, sounds good. Aeolus,
Still hungry.
head to Blackburn. This time of the evening, as the sun is starting to set, the sort of the busyness of the Market March is causing a lot of basically traffic coming through town as close as you get. So you're dodging a few carts and wagons as people are pulling out for the evening, knowing that they need to clear the Market March, which is north of the keep, before moonrise. But it's just another day in Elderthorn as you sort of weave in and out of different donkeys and horses, pulling these wagons and carts and whatnot. A few gentlemen just carrying sacks over their shoulders, people on their way home from their various professions. You make your way into Blackburn Keep. There's 2 sentries posted at the entrance who just sort of nod at your approach. They don't make any verbal acknowledgement though. They see you. Hello. As you step within the halls itself, you find the large meeting hall where tables are stretched around a big central cook area, and they fill this hall with different ways to sort of have camaraderie in a common space that's still functional and defensible should it need be. You imagine most of the town could probably sit in here if a little bit squeezed, but who are you looking for? You're looking for Storm Surge? You're looking for Arvier? Lori? Like one of the lieutenants?
I will look for Arvier to see if Arvier knows where Storm Surge is. I will also, on my way through the hall, I will start to unhook and detach the owlbear meat that I have on me, and will hold it out and will offer it to anyone that's in the hall.
Roll me a d20. You find a boy, maybe not over 15. You just sort of pile like 20 pounds of meat on him. He's like, oh, okay, I'll go get cooking. I'll get this done for you, sir. Don't worry. And just sort of runs off, thinking that you've assigned it to him as a job.
No, whatever. He'll learn. Is Arvir within the Great Hall?
Make me a perception check, please. You do not see Arvir at the moment. You do see one of the lieutenants. That would be Lori. You met her previously, although you've had few interactions directly with her. Let me grab.
And she was the one that was taking over for
Bat? No.
No. Okay.
No. Lori is a gnomish woman. Lori Kinney, single gem. She's the only individual of higher rank than you that you see presently. You see a few others that like you had done your years with initially in the Blackburn that are just sort of involved in a very like relaxing atmosphere, just unwinding from the day in their own private space, as opposed to like the tavern that is Buka's, which gets pretty busy. So taking a nice easy evening, but Lori's the only higher rank that you see.
Okay. I will walk up, salute, and excuse me, Ori. Have you seen Storm Surge around?
Let me grab Lori's notes. No, I haven't seen him actually. He went north of maybe 10 day ago, to check with sort of glances around with Toadtooth, see how things were going there. Then he came back and haven't seen him since then. That was 3 days ago? No, 4 maybe? He's I believe, she sort of lowers her voice even more, making it difficult for you to hear. I believe he's helping try to find a spot to try to get Nara settled. Some of the people of the town are still a little venomous towards her due to the actions of her mother. So I think he's trying to find a family that's willing to sort of help her out a little. He took Tadell's stuff pretty hard. I think it's his way of trying to make good on it. What can I help you with, though?
Oh, our friend up north told me that Storm Surge may have something for me.
Ooh, I don't know if he's holding anything for you. Did she say what it was?
She did not.
Who didn't tell you then?
Alright, I will.
Anything
I will
to
try
report?
find him. Yes, we were able to locate the Sky Fire clan and help them out of a tough spot.
Okay,
but
that's good.
That's really about it.
Okay. If I see him, I'll let him know, and I'll pass along the word to any of the other lieutenants.
Ready.
Continue the good work.
Would you like some owlbear meat?
Ooh, yes, please.
Awesome. And I'll unhook another 10 pounds.
Oh my! As it just plops down onto her table. All right then.
Leaves me with 30 pounds on my person.
Thank you. She sort of rubs her tiny hands together, and you can see a gleam in her eyes.
Yeah, that was actually taken from a tire snowy owlbear up in the mountains.
The gleam doesn't leave her eyes, but she stops rubbing her hands. You've been very busy. Care to share?
Let's just say I made contact with the Iron Fangs.
Okay.
They're interesting.
That's a word for it, yes.
I don't know if they're my type of people, though.
They're not everybody's type of people, but not everybody is anybody's type of people.
That is very true. Alright, you have a fantastic rest of your night.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make some pies. Bye.
Adios. And Aeolus will head out of the keep.
I'll say your whole time to and from Buka's took about an hour. In that time, the rest of you are set up comfortably at the Faded Gate Inn. As Dunn refers to it as Buka's, it does actually have a real name. Anything in particular that you want to do over the course of this evening, Dunn? Besides hopelessly hit on Buka.
Probably just catching up, getting gossip.
Sure.
Nothing in particular, no.
Roll me just a general charisma check.
Okay.
Let's see what gossip you hear. $23, great roll. Okay. Over the course of the hour or so that you're waiting on Aeolus, because you overhear a conversation about a shipment of incense that wasn't quite to par. It's a gray tabaxi that's sort of talking about this, who's currently sipping on some type of liquor, and is speaking to that would be a dragonborn woman with who looks quite old for her race. Sort of nodding, and they're just in conversation with themselves. But you overhear that. And another conversation between an individual you recognize from accompanying Willem on some of his sort of runabouts the city. Trum Hollum, the butcher, is speaking with a halfling individual you don't recognize. And the halfling is talking about a particularly bad yield from their first harvest. Mostly sort of feed plants, but seems like particularly bad late spring, early summer harvest. But that's pretty much the amount of gossip that you catch that catches your ear, as opposed to the normal, oh my gosh, she did that, he did what?
Okay.
Sort of soap opera-y gossip.
Well then I would definitely enjoy whatever's on the menu and 2-3 ales, I guess, in that hour. Just some small talk with Buka.
Sure. Let's see what is on the menu tonight. Tonight it is badger chowder with roasted Brussels sprouts and a small wedge of blue cheese. There is a leek broth with steamed peas and a tiny wheel of applewood cheese. wheels like about the size of a silver crown. They have a she has a few different wines in from the last shipment. From
Mm.
there is for a gold piece, you can buy a bottle of golden, or so 10 silver. You can buy a bottle of golden date rosé, and for the same price, you could also buy a woody a plantain red. Other than that, she's got the normal shipments of ale and mead and regular wines, but those are the
He's
fancy
gonna
ones.
stick to ale.
Okay, sounds good.
He's not a wine guy.
She grabs you a bowl of the chowder, some your ales. You have a comfortable evening until Aeolus rejoins as well.
Yep. What? Who? Where?
You arrive at Fady Gate.
Okay.
Oh, Aeolus, join us. Have some ale. Have some food. Any news?
Wasn't able to locate Storm Surge, but
Is he
Well-
traveling? Or is he not around in the keep?
he wasn't around at the keep.
So nothing stops us to going back to Amskirk, right? To turn in our contracts.
Yeah, we can wait until morning and head out. I would like to hit a shop before we go. Speaking of, and walk over to the bar.
Hmm.
And we'll slap down the pounds of owlbear meat.
I'll bear meat for you. I'll bear meat for you. And you. Everybody gets some
Okay.
owlbear meat.
Yes. That's me. What can I do
I
for you?
have
I'm very
three.
busy. Meat.
It's a present.
Now I have to wash my counter. Thank you.
Owlbear meat.
Okay. Very
from
kind.
Up in the mountain.
I'm not paying for it.
Well, you don't have to pay for it here.
Sounds good. I like it. I'm not taking it. Take it back to the kitchen.
I'll pick up the meat and I'll walk around to the kitchen.
All right. The cook will take it from you. And as you come out, you see Buka is now cleaning the spot where you just put raw meat on her bar top.
Yep.
But she is appreciative. Thank you. Maybe I'll make some for breakfast.
Sounds fantastic.
That sounds lovely.
Would you like any help?
No. I'd like you to pay and enjoy.
Sure thing. And I will slap down 2 gold pieces. This is for...
Actual gold pieces, or are you slapping down 20 silver?
No, actual gold pieces.
Where did you get these gold pieces, by the way? And the gold crowns?
They were from the last time that we acquired actual gold pieces.
Got it. Okay. That would have been... Ooh, it's been a minute.
That from Alan?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
took them off the twins' bodies, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So these have the stamp of Armskirk on them. Looks at them. Okay. You got it. What do you want with them?
As much ale as it can possibly buy.
You got it. I'll keep it coming until you're out.
Thank you. Aeolus will walk over and rejoin the rest of the group.
Okay.
So we head out to Armskirk in the evening,
In the evening.
or in the morning. Sorry, I'm hyped up.
Oh, no.
Way too
I
much.
turn
fun.
over to the rest. You wanna check in with Gokron? Or we can also go midday. We have some
Bugram
business to tend to.
Bugram is in the Lisette logging camp.
No, Gokron,
Oh,
the half
Gogron.
orc.
Yeah.
Gokron, sorry.
Yeah, Gogron is a full orc.
Half orc.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that works out if we have things we want to do as everyone opens and then head out. Were we able
I'm fine
to
with whatever.
were we able to stable our horses?
You are able to. Yeah, mark off 2 silver per horse. And Dunnan mark off 12 silver for the course of your meals and everything over the course of the evening.
Okay.
Hellerast, I'm gonna mark off 3 silver for your meals.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
I should be back in about 2 minutes, by the way.
All good.
I don't have to pay for horses, right? Because
Uh,
No.
Yeah, correct.
I marked it out of mine.
For everybody's or just yours?
For everyone.
Okay, that's good. And the horses will be fed. There is a small, traveling stable behind Faded Gate, which takes you about 5 minutes to get to, as the Faded Gate was once a series of row homes that were just acquired over successive generations, to the point where Buka's family eventually owned the entire row and then knocked all of the walls down, the interior walls down from the inside, and connected them all into this large inn/tavern, and then sealed up all of the doors to the exterior other than the main entrance. So from the outside, it looks like a series of row homes in a very small tavern, but it is in fact a pretty large series of buildings that have been connected, and you have to go basically all the way around, down the block and around, before you can actually get to the stables. But there is a space to stable the horses. All right. Anything else over the course of the evening, or moving to the next day?
Lots of drinking.
With a little bit of high roller money for the evening, a few successful jobs, and the impending payday for the work for the Iron Fang Monastery, you all spend a comfortable evening in celebration and comfort and full bellies. The next morning breaks bright and early. A group of you are awoken to the sounds and smells of frying meat, as the fattier parts of the owlbear that you've provided, not very fat, kind of a lean steak, but they just added fat, has been fried up into something resembling sort of Canadian style bacon. And it's being paired with quail eggs, and it's a delicious breakfast. as you all
On it.
settle into your events for the day,
Alright.
what it will be.
Could the both of you, if we're not, if I, well, scratch that. I'll walk over to Puka and we'll ask for 5 silver worth of the owlbear meats and ask her to hold it for when I return.
Sure. That's fine. You pay with silver or gold?
I pay with silver pieces.
Okay. Yeah, easily enough. Where are you going?
I would like to head first to Mayor Tell's residence,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna head over to Tell Pips.
Okay. Hellrest, are you joining him?
Yeah, Dan has nothing particular to do, so he can join
Okay.
yours.
I will say
Alright.
the two of you are
Sounds good.
accompanying Siegfried and Willem are stocking themselves for the day, and your travel to Armskirk. We'll say. Alright, you head to Mayor Tedell's. It's a brisk 10-minute walk, or 15-minute at a slow pace. But you come to the home on the edge of Elderthorn, backing up towards the Pinwood. You're basically clear across town. Let me move you guys to the town map for a brief moment. So Fade Gate is here at Alpha, and Tedell's like the mayoral home is here. It's this unit that overlooks the Sea Ward and the Chiltwins. It might have been this one. I don't recall exactly. It's one of this group over this direction. So clear across town. You have a nice, I believe it's that last purple one that's off by itself. Nice view up into the Pinwoods as you approach. The mayoral house, mayoral manor, is currently closed and shuttered. Looks currently abandoned.
I will knock on the front door, wait a few moments. If there's no answer, go around to the back.
So there's a board placed over the front door at the moment that's sort of been nailed
there
into the
is.
frame. It's clearly shuttered. It's closed basically to show that no one's
I don't
present there.
think that they want anybody to be in the Yolas.
Well,
What were you expecting?
Alis will look around. Last night when I went to the keep, I received a bit of information that there's a few townsfolk giving the daughter some problems for what her mother did.
Oh, they're trying to blame her. It's to be expected. She's not staying in that. She's in with Storm Surge, isn't she?
Yes, but I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't a possibility that they or someone was here. Because she's already been...
Do that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you're at the front. It's clearly close. You rap on the boards. Seem solid. Are you going around the house at all?
Yeah, because I just want to make sure no one's tried to enter, no one's tried to break in.
Give me. Depends on how long you want to spend here. If you're going to spend a long time here looking around, give me an investigation check. If you're just doing a quick walk around, give me a perception check.
I'll just do a quick walk around.
Okay, sounds good. Perception then. 11. So you sort of walk around the house. Dunn and Helleras, what are the two of you doing while he's doing this walkabout?
It's like just impatiently waiting because he doesn't know what
Okay.
I'll
exactly
shadow
Aeolus
him
is
a
trying
little.
to do.
Helly will shadow him a little bit and just make sure he doesn't go out of sight.
Okay. Make me a perception check as well in that case then. No. Yeah, you just keeping a side eye as you go around. Dunn and you're staying at the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Aeolus, do your walk around. Everything seems to be fine. The windows all had a couple boards placed over them. There's not been any sort of vandalism or graffiti or anything from like the local kids. Like, thankfully, you pass by the back entrance. Like that would be like in maybe the hands of someone who's a little bit more exorbitant would be the servants' entrance to the kitchens. You pass by the gates down to the cellar, the external gates down to the cellars that would be used to like load casks of wine down to the cellars and whatnot. You continue around the north-facing windows. Nothing stands out as untowards to you. Seems fine. Seems all shuttered up. You don't see any lights on inside, broken glass. It seems to be abandoned, based on your rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Make me a history check as well. Okay. You were younger, and it was when you were first here that Tadel had taken office, but you generally know the process. The Council of Elders elects one of their own to step up and fill the role, typically, and then someone else joins the council to basically take their spot. You know of a few individuals on the council at the moment. Let me pull this up.
Yep, and one of them is a person I want to go see.
So, you know Sidar, the Tabaxi, who occupies their time taking care of the All Faith, I believe it. My brain is mush today. Built a
Yeah, I got my
temple.
holy symbol from him.
Yeah, Temple of the Faithful. So Sidar is one of them, and makes a small bit of coin selling incense for those wishing to offer prayers to different spirits in the kami while still within the bounds of Elderthorn, which is typically uncommon. Most, as you saw outside at Cobalt, near Cobalt Lake, most people offer prayers in a wild space, but Elderthorn had this cathedral space, and Sidar and the people of Elderthorn have sort of translated that into a place to offer prayers without having to leave town. So he sells incense there for patrons. Gogran is another member of the Council of Elders. You also know of Mother Ikthek, who is a dragonborn woman. And you know that Trum Hallam, the butcher, he's the most recently joined member of the Council of Elders. He's on the younger side, but he's been ran a respected establishment in the Tiltwins for years at this point. So while being the younger member, he's still on the older side, and it's about 50s. for a human. So older, but the youngest of the like this community driven. You don't know of any other members specifically, but you know that one of these could become the next mayor, and as such, this is the mayoral manor. It is imparted to them whilst they remain in that position.
Okay.
So it comes the parcel of land comes with the position, and is in your possession should you have that position. But once you're no longer in that position, you no longer have the parcel of land. Technically belongs to Elderthorn.
Right. Okay.
So Nara was not
I
permitted to
understand
stay
now.
here. Yeah.
Okay. When Aeolus joins Hellerast and Tunin, is there anywhere that either of you
You guys
have
get
to check off your list?
No. Going back to Armscur. No, but you had a rest.
you guys get the handout from Mother Ichthic also.
That's some sweet art.
Okay. Anything else around town?
Well, since Hellerast will appear right back, Aeolus is going to quickly run over to the establishment.
Okay. Let me grab my description for the establishment. As you push across town, Hellerast and Dunnan in tow as well.
Are the loot?
It is. Where did I save this? Could you bear with me for 1 sec? Aha. Here you are. Alright. As you approach the exterior vestibule and step onto the steel grate flooring beneath your feet, you touch the large spherical stone that's embedded into the wall, and you feel the dirt that was lingering upon your garments sort of fade and dissipate down into the grate beneath you. And the door swings open. You step inside, now unsullied by the dirt of the road, along with your companions, and your eyes behold the familiar two halves of this store. On the right side, the sprawling bar top stretches from wall to wall, beckoning you to approach and discover the secrets it holds. The dark wood of the bar exudes an air of elegance, expertly maintained and polished to perfection. Behind the bar, the captivating sight of a wall made entirely of drawers of varying sizes, containing unknown wonders. While the right side displays this calmness and class, the left side is an eclectic display of curiosities and artifacts. You see shelves adorned with mystical curios, ancient trinkets, and peculiar objects, each with its own presence and potential. Raw materials scattered throughout the shelves, offering ingredients for potion making and spell scribing. There's a small rack that carries an array of different vials of colored inks, and a coffee table has been repurposed and has the most impressive display of incense and herbs meant for burning you have ever seen. The air within is rich with the scent of this display. While there are many different notes present, they blend into an intoxicating scent cornucopia without the slightest of clashes. The purveyor, it takes you a moment to notice him. The halfling of average height, his appearance exuding the sense of refined elegance. He's meticulously dressed in a striking outfit that catches your eye, a bespoke suit tailored to perfection of deep green fabric, adorned with silver fittings and buttons that glisten in the light cast by the floating chandelier. The suit is cut to accentuate his figure, and his dark hair, slightly thinning at the front, is neatly slicked back, an air of professionalism and meticulous grooming. Adorning his fingers are an array of silver rings, one for each digit. Some rings showcase stunning gems that catch and reflect the ambient light, adding a touch of opulence to his ensemble. The choice of gems you notice varies. You see an emerald, a sapphire, and a mesmerizingly deep amethyst. This is Kelpip Snowbeetle, and he continuously lives up to the sense that you've gotten and kept with him of confidence and taste, of a well-discerning individual. He greets you as you come in, as green was sort of blending into the background of the shop itself. Hello. What do I owe the pleasure for today?
Good morning.
It is a good morning.
Have you any news about what's been happening around Elderthorn in the last 10 day and a half?
I know of some of the happenings in and about Elderthorn. Of which ones do you speak specifically?
I don't know. We've been away on Blackburn business, and we arrived last night.
Welcome back.
Would you have any knowledge or know-how of where Hala would be?
Do you mean Nora?
Yes.
The late mayor's daughter.
Yes.
I do have knowledge of that, but it is not my knowledge to impart to you. My sincerest apologies.
Oh no, I just wanted to make sure she was doing all right.
To my understanding, she is in exceptionally safe hands. Well,
I have no doubt.
she is safe. The hands themselves might not be safe depending on who you are, but she is safe.
That's good to hear. I left a weapon here with you before I left.
Yes. I believe I have a spear for you. Oh, no, it was the sword, was it not? We had discussed a spear.
Yes. Yes, it was the Tong sword.
Yeah. Find my magic items. And if I recall correctly, we had not settled on anything in particular, but just something useful for you, correct?
Yes.
Sort of gets up, and you see him just take a few steps into midair, and just like there's an invisible staircase behind the bar that he just steps up till he's about 10 feet off the ground without a care in the world, and starts opening drawers. No. Nice. Here we have. He pulls out a long box, about 3.5 feet long. I'd use a little bit of the steel, so I apologize. It's not quite as long in the reach as it had been previously, but I understand your practice with the spear as well, so if you need it, use the spear in that situation. That said, I felt that this would be an appropriate fit for someone such as your station. He takes the lid off of the box, and you see a beautiful short sword. You see the haft and the crossguard are still that of this sword that you had left with him, and still fitted like a longsword to be comfortable, one-handed or two. So this does have the versatile property, but it is a short sword. It does also have the finesse property when wielded one-handed, so you have a little bit of flexibility here. I've sanctified the steel in such a way. I call it morning steel. It should help and lend a little bit of burning to particularly unsavory folks. This is a solace steel mitigator. Should also lend some credence to trying to talk your way out of a tight situation. Here you are.
Oh boy.
So it is a short sword with the versatile and finesse properties. Deals an extra 1d6 radiant, but an extra 2d6 against undead. And you have advantage on any persuasion checks made to de-escalate or avoid initiating combat.
Sweet.
Okay.
Nice videos.
And I as the DM do not recall directly. Had you paid him already for this, or this was the him providing this was payment for a job?
This was under Blackbird.
Correct. Okay, so
because
yeah. So
he gave me shit for it.
got it. Yep, understood. I'm caught up again. I forgot to add in my notes the payment method. Thank you. I do recall that now, though. I will see to it that Storm Surge makes good on the credit for this. Was there anything else that you and your companions are looking for? You did ask me about potions. I had sold out of them previously. I do have a small stock at this point, if you're interested.
Well, currently we are a little bit short on money, but we'll get back to you very soon.
Certainly.
Yeah. Just handing in some contracts we did back in Armskirk.
Oh, doing contracts up in Armskirk, that'd be for the Iron Fang, no?
It would be.
I hear things. I get around a little bit.
It seems.
They're good people. They can...
Care to share anything you heard?
They tangle with unsavory folks every now and then. Fight against or pay them. But on the whole, I would imagine Iron Fang's pretty good. Sometimes you gotta work with unsavory folks, depending on the type of business you do. And their type of business crosses paths with unsavory folks.
Yeah.
And
Vicious circle.
unsavory is a matter of perspective. I'm sure some of your detractors in
Always a
your
matter of
times
perspective.
would consider you unsavory, no, Master Dwarf?
Let's not talk about my past, right? But yes, you guessed right.
As I
But
said, matter of
split
perspective.
with them. You heard my name?
I've not heard of your name. No.
At least not with unsavory business.
I meant no personal offense. My apologies. I meant strictly
None
that
taken.
your own enemies, whomever they might be, I'm sure you have some, everyone does, would consider you unsavory. Just merely to illustrate unsavory is a matter of perspective. And while I call some of the individuals the Iron Fang deals with unsavory, doesn't mean that they're particularly bad fellows and gals. Just perspective.
Well, certain jobs require certain type of people. That I can agree on. But I always try to think that there are more than one way to accomplish a goal.
Agree.
You know? There's not always one road leading to a goal. I mean, your mind sometimes just envisions you just one, but if you broaden your mind, there is sometimes more than just one. Just have to look. And this unsavory businesses I had in the past were maybe because I had too narrow a view on the road ahead of me.
It's always good to broaden
That's all I can say.
That's enough. I do owe the group of you, you're missing a few, but I do owe you a thank you as well. For bringing my attention to that of the issues going on with the water, northeast Elderthorn. It is still as of yet unresolved, but we're working on it.
That's good.
Complicated matter?
Complicated doesn't begin to describe it. But progress is being made. If I do happen to need your services in acquiring or finding something out, I shall let you know. But
leave a note with Bukar. We mostly
that's
hang around there.
Okay.
That's much slower than means to which I have access.
Oh. Didn't mean to disrespect.
All good.
If you have other means, good for me.
Well, if there is no other business to which I can attend for the group of you, I must be bidding you adieu for the day.
All right.
No, then.
That was awkward.
Nah, he's fine.
He gestures towards the door. I have another client attending, and I value my client's privacy.
Of course. And we head out.
Okay.
We go to collect everyone else and head out? Or do we have anywhere else to stop? Heller asked, do you want to go see Ogeron?
I'll poke my head in real quick, see how he's doing. He might be a little less close-lipped about where the daughter is, but I'm not counting on anything. Just want to let him know that, again, we have come back safe since he seems to be a bit of a worrywart.
You poking on Gogron's general goods? Certainly. And another few minutes walking. Pop in. Oh. Hello, Rust. It's good to see you. I'm glad you are safe. Tell me, where have you been?
We've been everywhere. One of these days, when I have time, I'll sit down and tell you the whole tale. But suffice it to say, we're trying to save everything.
He sort of
So wish
And
us
get
luck.
rich with it.
he folds the little
a
book that
champion.
he was reading. It's minuscule in his hand as he just sort of folds it and tucks it under the desk. Comes around the counter to give you a big hug.
Ah,
You feel several spots of your back crack as he finally releases you. Is there time for a story or a tale, perhaps, of your exploits?
I don't think so right now. We're headed back
Okay.
out to fulfill on some jobs that we picked up on. But
Of course.
love you, cousin. You wouldn't happen to know where? I guess it's been kind of vague. You wouldn't happen to have heard any rumors about where Storm Surge could be, do you? As a member of the council?
Not recently. The council's purview does not supersede that of Blackburn. They do not report to us, and we not to them. Separating the powers in Elderthorn, you understand.
Wisdom, yes.
He is due to check in with the council in about 10 days' time.
Okay.
The matter of electing the next mayor, it will be on our docket and selected then in time for Shield Meet in Ormskirk on Midsummer. We must have a mayor by then and have them at least up to speed. Blackburn typically attends, and that would be Storm Surge as their head for the last many years. Would be accompanying our mayor to Ormskirk for Shield Meet at that time.
Okie doke.
Is just if there are any present threats that should be raised at Shield Meet, just let us know as well. And you're out and about, you have your ear to the ground.
Absolutely.
The only one that is, I believe, still in the docket from last year is this Death Deniers group. But no one's heard hide nor hair of them in the few months, so we'll probably just be rehashing and removing them. But any threat to the Tautha we should raise, just let us know. A Storm Surge has the ability to raise them as well if you are informing him. But
Absolutely. Thank you, dear cousin. We will see you soon. And she'll hug him back and crack his back. Try to crack his back, and
sure,
it won't work. But...
give me a strength check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, that's a check. Oh, you're right.
I think your bonus is the same.
Yeah.
It's you try and then you get lifted up off of the ground, which is comedic to Aeolus and Dunnan, as you're easily the largest of the group, and you're just handled like a newborn babe as he just sort of lifts you. He's a full orc. He's towering. He's got easily 8 inches on you as he sort of sets you back down. Oh, before you go, take this. And he gives you a small jar of honey with a bit of honeycomb inside of it.
Ooh, lovely. Thank you, Gogra.
Of course, I just jarred it not 2 days ago. It should be nice. He puts his small glasses back on, goes back and sits behind the counter, and you can see him sort of rustling around for his book wherever it ended up.
Hi, apologies. Before we leave, And I'll look
Yes,
to
you
see if
see it.
there's
He
anyone-
just pulled out a book and he was about to open to the page that he was on. And then closes it again. Yes. What can I do?
And I'll hook around. Is there anyone else in the shop?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
That's why he's reading.
Do you...
Kind of in that mid-morning lull.
Can you give me an update on Ara?
I'm afraid I cannot. Would not be appropriate.
Well, I don't... Let me specify. I don't need location or anything of that. I just want to know how she is.
As well as can be expected.
Okay.
Some of the rumors you might have heard about town are true. Some are a bit tall and thin. But
The only rumors I've
as
heard is
well, and that's about as much as I can say, amicably, without breaking trust.
well, I haven't heard any rumors about her. But I just want to make sure that she's as well as she can be. Thank you.
He looks like he was about to say something, then stopped himself and sort of nods. You are welcome. Take care. And just keep her safe. And he points a sausage of a finger towards Hellerast.
Keep her safe. Yeah, if I'm not on the ground. Alright.
That was a good one.
He doesn't laugh. He still gives you a stern look. Yes. And then opens his book again.
Slowly back out.
It's not often you get the moments, but every now and then you're reminded Gogron is still a very large and powerful orc. Not just a gentle shopkeep.
Yep.
All right.
Good to know you're loved.
Let's take a quick 5-minute break till 20 after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And we'll pick up there in a few. Everyone back?
Yes,
Wonderful.
I'm here.
I see Aeolus is also perfect.
I am back.
And I hear Kim.
I mean, it hurts.
And I hear Kim doing a NPR thing with her microphone.
Sorry.
Very good. All right. Anything else in town that the group of you would like to do after leaving Gogrond Shop?
I think that's it.
Didn't you want to check on your house, Theodus? Or the progress of rebuilding it?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I'd kind of like to check out the new digs.
yeah. Let's see if work has continued, and I will lead them to where it stood.
Okay. Getting there, you find a completed building. The walls are wood and stucco, in a Tudor style, although it's a single story. About the lower half of it is like sort of a stone wall that's been structured around, and then the upper half is this, just the feel of that Tudory style. You have a window on each of your walls, except other than the one with the main door. As you enter, the floors are earthen but hard packed and solid. Probably will be very good for heat retention in the winter. You have a small cook area, a sort of stone tiled area for a hearth fire in the center of the space. It is unfurnished, but it is done.
There we go.
Nice.
Cool.
About it takes the plot of about a 20-foot by 15-foot sort of footprint on the outside, and you lose about a foot of that on every wall for every wall. So
Okay.
there it is set up to be a single room, but you could easily cordon parts of it off with curtains or furniture, however you so choose. It's utilitarian, exactly like your last one. But it has been completed.
Home sweet home. Whatever that means.
Oh, seems like you have a home to get back to. After, I don't know, what we do next.
Well. Yeah. Until I'm able to speak to Storm Surge and the council about it. But yeah, here we are.
Yeah, let's head off to Armskirk then, right? We got a snow belt to, or a pelt to deliver.
Head back to Puka's, grab the traveling owlbear bacon.
You are able. Willem has collected it.
Ah. Thank you, squad.
One day.
He's gonna murder me in my sleep.
2 days. 3 days. 4 days. So 5 days travel. The first of which is due directly through the Pinwood.
Boopy time.
Alrighty. Setting out for the day. First day of travel. Make me. Yeah, I want each of you to make me Constitution saving throws. Since you're setting out a bit later in the day.
Fuck, there we go.
Perfect.
Great.
Get a +4 to that if you're within 10 feet of me. Not that it's gonna help, but
I need a con save from you as well, then. I was waiting for the natural one. All right. Okay.
so that's a 27.
So Aeolus and Hellerast, the two of you are exhausted throughout the day. Because you're starting out later in the day, and you know you really want to get through the Pinwood in a single day and not have to camp there. So you're really pushing yourselves as soon as you set out, even with the horses. So the two of you can mark a point of exhaustion. As you progress, who is leading the charge? Hellerast or is Siegfried heading directions? You guys
I
can
would
make
say-
Siegfried do it.
Yes,
Siegfried does it.
Siegfried
Yeah.
with his starry form or whatever.
Alright. Well, I should actually long rest his sheet also. So yeah, actually has spells. Okay, so he will make a survival check. Nice. 19. No more advantage. The first part of your day, which is this sort of noon to mid-afternoon, is comfortable. Trying to make up the about 3 hours of faffing about that you did in Elderthorn during the morning. So your pace is brisk, and you're definitely not paying a ton of attention to your surroundings. The second half of the day, as you've gotten into the Pinwood, you're just sort of slowed a little bit by travel as you're going. I need a perception check from... Oh, hey, hello, Willem. I need a perception check from the remainder of you.
Okay.
All of us?
Yeah. Well, not Siegfried. Siegfried's heading directions.
Son of a bitch.
We're doing
No,
great.
Aeolus is just over here like fucking
Get them out, Eolus. Get them out.
cutting himself, practicing his new shit.
Yeah. The sun starts to set before you make it out of the Pinwood.
How's it going?
Siegfried is going well. Siegfried is pretty sure that you need maybe another 2 hours of travel, good travel, to get past the Pinwood, but it is effectively dark now. So you could either try to push 2 hours of travel, making a good bit of noise as you push through the last bit of the Pinwood, or you could stop, be quiet, and camp. What's the group's decision here?
I'd say stop.
I think you're
We've
tired,
been here
right?
before. Yeah,
Would
we
I
both have.
see that Rest and the others are like exhausted and
This is my usual state.
Yeah. Aeolus normally has bags under his eyes.
okay. Well, old man, I think it's time for you to rest and have a nap.
And camping
So
in the
let's
Pinwood.
stay for the night.
Should we camp in the Pinwood, or should we just push the 2 hours to make sure we're out of it?
We've camped in the Pinwood before.
Yeah,
We've been attacked almost every time.
So
also
we're gonna
true.
fend them off again.
Yeah, it kind of feels like home here anyways. I'm okay.
Oh, Jesus, Squire, where'd you come from?
Yeah, they've been treating you like a squire.
That's
Boy.
true.
Fine,
Make some dinner, boy.
we'll camp in the Pinwood.
Okay. You find as good a spot as any to camp. It's not great. But it's something. Start setting up camp. I assume you're setting some type of watch. Before you do that, is there anything that evening that anyone wants to do?
Apparently, the squire would like to cook supper.
Certainly. You have owlbear bacon.
It is rather gamey, I'm sure, but
Oddly
Got
enough,
it.
no. They added a lot of animal fat because it's particularly lean meat when they were cooking it initially. So it's pretty good at this point.
oh, fair, fair.
It's been
Bupa's
managed.
kitchen did it.
Yeah, it's in much better shape.
Okay.
Aeolus
yeah.
will, before his watch, will activate both of his Crimson Rights.
Okay, noted.
He has it active.
Willem, you advanced to level 7. Would you like to roll hit points?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
D8 if I remember correctly, or is it D6?
D6.
Ah, damn.
You're lucky it's not a D4.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's see if you roll higher and you have higher hit points than me.
Bam! Take that.
Son of a bitch.
He's
I
gaining
rolled
on
really
you.
well too.
Yeah, that's pretty good hit points.
Yeah.
All right, so Willem adds 6, and I added your 4th level spell to your sheet for you.
I appreciate that.
I don't think you have any other features or anything gained at 7th level. It's just the spell. You can double check, but other than that, you're all set. And I believe I moved your sheet up to 7 already.
Okay.
So.
Would that have automatically put my Constitution-based hit points, or no, it wouldn't? Would it?
So it's 6 plus con mod. So
Yeah.
I did not add anything yet though. So you get your con mod on top of the 6.
Nice.
With me adding my con mod, he still beats me.
That actually gives me 10 hit points for the level.
Nice, yeah.
I almost feel like a fighter.
Almost.
Wait.
Almost.
You're at 60 hit points right now?
I am.
So double as much as Aeolus.
What are you at, Aeolus?
We need to take tough. I'm at 55.
Yeah. And
Yikes.
Willem gets damage in virtually no fights. So
I'm as squishy as Armus was.
Helly's got 87 points.
that's because you have a D12 though. Like
Yeah.
That-
Still,
that's
it still
nothing.
makes what
I have a
Gogrin said
D10.
funnier.
yeah,
I have an 18 con, so that helps.
Oh, well, yeah. Constitution's like my second lowest stat here.
Yeah, it's my dumb stat, but you know.
Ouch.
really make it feel bad.
I'm just gonna start rolling D100s every rest.
It's Aeolus'
fail.
highest stat.
Passes
Constitution.
away from a heart attack.
All right.
Roll for dying of old age.
Yeah.
Who is taking first watch?
I will.
Danan will. Oh, whatever.
Aeolus,
And I will
go,
take second.
Aeolus, go ahead and roll your rights.
Yep.
2, 5, 7. 7 damage. You have your short sword and your knife ready to go.
Yep.
Give me a perception check for your watch with disadvantage.
Let's go. On par.
Your watch is going. As the sun is finally gone and the last dregs of light leave the little bit of visible sky you can actually get through the pinwood. A mist just sort of settles onto the ground here. It's uncomfortable. You had sort of bushes and stuff going to burn here, but there's not a lot of campfire fuel, and you're down to ashes by the end of your watch, which does pass eventually. Who's taking second? Dunnan. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Not a disadvantage because you actually passed your save. Dunnan. Okay. Do you do anything specific to set up for your watch?
Just maintaining gear. Not much. No.
Okay. Your watch starts. Your pup sort of snuggles up on you. Willem, make sure to adjust your maximum hit points as well
Yeah.
on your sheet.
Sorry. Still not quite alive here.
All good. But your pup snuggles up on you and makes it a little bit difficult to sort of walk around during your watch, Dunnan. About an hour and a half into your watch, like as you're starting to like cramp up from the pup, and you sort of extricate yourself slightly, and just sort of stretching, taking a look around. The last dregs of the ember are dying. It's very quiet, remarkably quiet, and I think it's been a very quiet watch for you, like unusually so. And then pup sort of sniffs the air, lets out a growl. Something's off. Just
Well,
something in your mind is like, something's wrong.
Is that the same feeling I usually have in the pin world, or different?
No. Something different. It's cold. It's unusually not like winter cold. like with the whole window, but it's a cold night. The mist feels like it's sort of set in and not like soaked, but sort of dampened everything. It's uneasy, unpleasant. Yeah, something's really off. You're not sure what it is. Do you do anything?
Oh boy. I'm probably gonna light the torch. Maybe to get some warmth.
Okay.
Flint and steel. And let that pup look out for anything.
Okay. You light up a torch. The flare of light, then what was basically a dark space, you're relying on dark vision for effectively your entire watch, is pleasant enough in the space, and gives this small island of light in what would otherwise be kind of a miserable space. As your eyes adjust slightly to the space, you realize what's wrong. Why the uneasy quietness has sort of set you on edge. You don't know where your horses are.
Oh, crap.
They make noises over the course of the night. Rustle here, flick of an ear there, soft whinny. There's no sounds of horses.
I wake Hedewest and Willem up. I let Eolas sleep. Hedewest, Eolas! Horses are gone, I think.
The two of you are stirred. Helleras, what's your passive perception?
Oh shit. Let's see here. Passive perception is 0.
0. Okay.
Just
Willem, what is
totally
yours?
neutral.
My passive perception, says you?
Yes.
Passive wisdom perception is 18.
18. Okay. So Helleras, you're sort of like groggy as he shakes you, thinking it's your turn for a watch. But there's like a sort of a worry in Dunnan's voice that you pick up on, Willem. And you just sort of look past him, like the torch is shining, and then in the shadows shifting behind him, you see a series of forms. It looks like tree trunks sort of moving closer to you for a moment, but they have like an uneasy gait. There's step, 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 and sort of tumbling, tripping, falling, shambling towards the group of you. Well, make me a history check, Willem.
I think Willem's first comment would be, I might just be waking up, but I think the trees are walking towards us.
Oh, not again, please.
It takes you another moment, Willem. Your perception's high, you have good vision in dark. It's akin to you. And what sets you off and sort of gives you this, no, definitely not trees. Pretty sure that individual was executed 3 years ago. I'm going to move the group of you to a map.
What?
And you're going to roll into initiative right now.
Of course.
Yay!
Oh boy.
But I'm sleeping.
Yep, you are. Willem and Helleras, you are prone. You are not surprised, though.
My fantastic alert feat has been doing real well.
It doesn't work when you're sleeping, does it?
No, but I legitimately have forgotten that Aeolus can't be surprised like the last 5 fights.
What does alert do specifically?
So it says you can't be surprised while you are conscious, and other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen.
Alert.
And,
Okay, I mean, that second half is pretty relevant.
Yes, but I've just been ignoring that second half this
Okay, yeah.
entire time.
Way to go. Okay.
I like that. I rolled, and I forgot to select my token, so I just re-rolled to throw it in there, and I got the same roll.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay. I need 5 groups. So I need red, blue, green, orange. No, I'm gonna do purple, yellow. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay. Next up is blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rest in the pinwood, they said. It'll be fine, they said. Forgetting we had horses, we did.
Yellow.
We were thinking of you, you old fart.
Willem, you are top of initiative, currently prone, while I finish adding these pips. 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6. What would you like to do?
Well, I suppose I will start by standing up.
Sure, half your movement.
What's that?
I said, sure, half your movement.
Oh, yeah. Clearly. That's how it works, isn't it? And I got a brand new shiny spell to try out.
Yeah. So you see, as you sort of take stock, you see a series of some of the faces you recognize, some of them you don't. You see bodies in various states of decay, some with gnaw marks and chew marks, pieces of flesh that have bites taken out of them. These rotting, shambling remains of people that look like that some of them might have once been from Elderthorn. Some of them you sort of recognize clothes, some of them you don't. The one that sort of like stirred you out of that sort of fog, the post-sleep fog, was the last public execution that you witnessed. You swear they were wearing that garment. And that execution, their remains would have been dumped into the pinwood.
Okay. And I'm assuming they give me the uh-oh feeling?
Yeah, you get a lot of uh-oh feeling here.
Fair. Like, I think, isn't that Frank? The Frank that they killed a couple years ago? Frank was his name, right?
I just shrug and say, he's not Frank anymore.
Oh.
He's knowing Frank now.
Okay, well.
Shit, you're right. God damn it.
There's Frank.
What the fuck is that? Oh no, Frank!
Are you targeting Frank?
Yeah, and my assumption Frank is the center person in this group over here.
Frank is here. I've labeled Frank.
Where's Where's a bitch? Oh no. Frank can stay a moment. I'll take
Bobby.
over here, I thought.
Okay. That needs
Wait,
a
hold on,
snap
you're not
point.
Frank.
Alright. It's a 20-foot radius, so right there.
Yeah, I think that would be about most effective.
20, 60, 100, 140. Yeah, I'll say you got all of them. Go ahead and roll me 66, please. This is con saves. They're actually decent at this.
Ugh, way too many ones.
Ooh, yeah. But 1 is the best rider effect.
Yeah, fair.
But you really only want 1. You want 5 6s and a 1. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right, so I'm just left to right, top to bottom. Is the order I'm going here for the regular ones. I'm doing greens last. So we had a 6, which is a failure, so it takes 13. What type of damage?
Blah blah blah. You know, I'm feeling some lightning here.
Lightning, I like it. So there's just this cacophonous explosion of lightning sort of cracks and surges throughout the area, jolting everything nearby. There's this crackling of electricity that still lingers on some of their forms, as this eruption of arcane power. Second one passes with a 17. Then we got 2 failures. I'm going to mark the failures with that little cancel symbol. They're incapacitated. Great effect. Then we have a pass, so 6 damage, followed by 2 more passes for the last 2 blues. Right. Red is next with Hellerast on deck. Then 2 failures. Pass. Failures I gotta mark with the pip.
Sorry to make you do all the extra work there, friend.
All good. Failure on that one.
Great spell.
And then 2 more passes, and then I just gotta roll the green saves for the ghouls. Con saves.
You
Pass,
missed it, Bill, but
pass, fail, pass.
you missed it, Bill. But I had to make Spencer figure out stats for 8 beavers. So he's been through worse today.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. So a bunch of them fail that save, and they're just sort of like twitching with this electricity rocking their forms. Anything else, Willem? Got your bonus still.
Yeah, I guess I do have that thing. I don't. You know, I'm sorry. My brain is just fried right now. I'm not feeling all that great.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go and chill by the party and.
All right. Yeah. Willem's still sleepy a little bit. It is what it is.
My head is better, but still throbbing. So.
Yeah. All right. That brings us to Frank's team.
I prefer Team Frank, by the way.
Yeah. As they start closing in. All right, that is 3 attacks on Aeolus. You are currently asleep and prone.
Yep.
So
zombie bite.
you are now crit. You take 10 points of damage and wake up.
Awesome.
Second attack. You're still prone, so it's still advantage. 9 to hit. No good. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
3 more points of damage. The rest dash to get into position. And that is that. Hellerast, around to you.
Oh, yeah, just gonna go ahead and hit him with the Spellfire shortbow down into the Frank contingent, since
Okay.
they're the ones attacking the...
Are you trying to beam one of them down with 3 bolts, or are you trying to separate it?
Oh, I'm separating all of them.
All
Everybody
right.
gets one.
What level?
Let's see here. We'll do level 3.
Level 3. All right, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6 darts. So everyone gets one dart.
Yeah, as many as, especially the ones closest to Aeolus and Willem. This one down here, maybe not.
I got it. Yep. All right, so you launch this barrage of these arcane darts as you sort of pull back the short bow. No arrows, and just fuel it with your own energy. Anything with the bonus?
Yeah, pulling corn.
All right, go for it.
Let's see. And I can't pull her out, but
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Here we go.
and she'll just be with me. Can she attack yet?
No, so
that's
it's
it.
the first turn is conjuring.
First
her.
turn, just pulling her. Yeah, so she's just gonna skid her out and get into position somewhere close.
And she sort of spawns and sort of scrambles over. That brings us. Are you staying put where you are? I assume you're standing
Staying
up.
put.
Yeah.
Yeah, standing up. Yeah, standing up and just staying put. Yeah.
That brings us to the blue squad. Has to dash to get in to you. Dashes to get closer, as they have to sort of move about. So the 3 of them all of the blue team have to dash. So they cannot make attacks right this round. The other 3 are incapacitated. Brings us to Aeolus. You're awake, prone.
Aeolus wakes up and just looks at Frank and just goes, "Fucking Frank, you're not who I was dreaming about." And I'll stand up and I'll attack.
You're not sure if Frank winks at you or his eye falls out. One of the 2.
Well, okay, so as that
boy.
happens, I stop and I reactivate my Crimson Right.
Sure. Take some more damage.
Yeah, cut yourself.
5 more points.
It's what I do best.
The eye falls out. Your nose starts to bleed.
And I try to attack Frank.
Yeah, sure. Which one? Frank's
Why am
directly
I
above
just-
you. Yeah. 20. Yeah, you don't have disadvantage. But you are not blessed. Yeah, 22 will hit. So that's Crimson Right Cold. And then you get an extra d6 here for the radiant damage. Oh, you already rolled it. 2d6. Perfect. So that'll be 6, 11, 14 points to Frank. Frank is not in good shape anymore. Well, he wasn't in good shape to start with. And a big hole about the size of a grapefruit in the middle of his chest. You've just opened it up a little bit more.
So
Look at
I'm
the start,
going
'cause he only had one eye to begin with, I thought. So if that one eye is popping out, it's ugly.
to try to attack him again.
He puts it back in. Bop. And a squelch. Go for it. Second attack. No good. 9 is not going to hit.
And I'm just gonna stand and just go, "Fucking, let's rest in the Pinwood. Nothing bad happens in the Pinwood."
Brings us to green team. The fun team. Okay, I can't quite get close enough. Damn. So I'll move to here.
He can just step on Frank.
Yeah, no, he's not. Now these things you notice are significantly faster than their other ones. One of them is incapacitated thanks to Willem. But these things are fanning out, and you notice it's more like a hunting formation. These things seem to be slightly more aware of their surroundings than Shambling, Frank, and friends. And we'll do a round of attacks with the ghouls. First attack on Corwin. 15 to hit Corwin.
I think that hits.
12 points of piercing damage. What's her hit points?
17.
17. Yep, nothing to Corwin. Second attack on Aeolus. Aeolus, 16 to hit you.
Misses.
Alright. Next attack on Dunnan. Dunnan, 19 to hit you.
Yes.
5 points of slashing damage, reduced to 2. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, wait. Would Aeolus have his armor on? Oh, right.
That's your call. Do you sleep in your armor? 24. Good save, Dunnan.
If we're not in the Pinwood, then yes, I would. But since we stayed in the Pinwood.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So Dunnan, just the 2. You save against the effect. And last attack against the pup.
Oh, puppy, don't you dare.
15 to hit the bloody pup.
Mm,
Believe it hits.
yes.
7 points of slashing damage, and I need a Constitution save from the pup.
No.
Pup
Oh.
is fine. Alright. That is all the greens, and that'll bring us to Dunnan.
Okay.
We're just going to go through
Dunnan
the
is-
rest of initiative, and we'll pick up there next session.
Dunnan gets. He's standing because he wasn't seen, so takes a step down.
Yeah.
Nobody attacks my dog! And he's gonna use. What's it called? Conquering Presence.
Ooh.
So, for the cherry
Which
on
one of your
top,
choice?
you have
You
to
can see
roll
that.
a shit ton of
Wisdom
wisdom
saving
saves.
throw. Oh my god. Alright. Frightened creature. Okay.
And just to tell you right then ahead, if they fail, their speed is reduced to 0 and they take. Yeah, you can read.
Okay.
Oh, holy
We're
shit.
doing radio. I'm throwing that up so I know which ones. So wisdom saves. What's your DC?
Yes. Is it my spell save DC?
Yes, it's your spell save DC.
Then it's 15.
1, 2. Frank's whole row is also frightened.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do the greens last. So that way I don't have to jump between stat blocks. Alright. Last red, fail, blue, fail. Blue, blue, blue. Fail. Alright. Basically everything, all of the regular ones except the one to the south of Hellerast fails. There's 2 yellows in there. I have to check them also. And the yellows. They do not have a good... Yellows fail also. They do not have a good wisdom. And you said their speed is 0?
Yep. They're always 10 feet.
Okay, so if they're within 10 feet of you, their speed becomes 0.
Yes.
Okay.
And they take, psychic damage.
If a creature... Well, that creature takes psychic damage if it starts its turn. Okay, so... We'll pop
But the aura moves with me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll pop another aura on you in a moment. And then I need my ghouls. Wisdom saves. So top, next, pass. Natural 1.
There's always the one in the group.
Okay. Only one of the nastier guys, the green ones, fails. The rest of them succeed though. Okay. That is your action
And-
to do that.
Yeah. Bonus action, I'll point over to Aeolus and say, "You're not going down tonight," and Shield of Faith on Aeolus.
What are you talking about? I had this.
I don't trust you.
All right.
It's just because I was dreaming about. You know what? We'll talk about that later.
Anything for the pup?
Oh boy. No, he got hit, so he's gonna what's it called? Not disengage.
Attack.
Dodge. Take the
Dodge.
dodge action.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He's gonna
All
dodge.
right. And there's your 10-foot aura for what takes psychic damage. All right. Purple rolls. They don't have enough movement. They have to dash. Dash in. That incapacitated was a good roll. 40. 20. 40. Okay, yellows. 2 of them are frightened, so they can't move closer to you. So they'll move basically on the parallels. And then the others are charging in. Ooh, too far. This one has to dash. I think all of them have to dash. Other than the one. Yeah, so 1 attack against you, done. It is going to be a 22 to hit you. Great roll, jeez.
Yes.
7 points of bludgeoning. It misses. That one hits you.
And the con
Yeah.
save, right? For...
No, not that one. You make the con saves on the greens. Oh, for concentration.
No, for the Shield of Faith. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. DC's 10. Yeah, you're fine. All right, and that'll then bring us to top of the order with Willem next session.
Yeah. Just
Okie dokie.
Wonderful.
Siegfried, wake up!
Siegfried's like sleeping in a tree or something.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Siegfried's just out looking for the horses. She's like, where'd you go?
They're gonna bite us in the ass next session.
It's cute you think that those horses are alive.
Zombie horses.
No. The horses will hop in as the next wave.
The horse.
And we'll have to fight. Haste and Pagan.
Alrighty. Well, until next session then.